array, structure and union. Before learning classes in detail, you should refresh what is the concept of using an array, a structure and union in a programming language. So as you might be knowing, an array is a way to collect and access a large number of variables under a single name, and the speciality is that all those variables should be of same data type. Here is an example, an integer array int mark of 20. So just by using this array with a name mark, you can store 20 different marks in this single variable. If you are not using an array, you will have to declare 20 individual integer variables, something like mark 1, mark 2, etc. But just by using an array, you are able to store a large number of variables or access a large number of variables under a single name. And structure. Structure is again a way to collect and access a large number of variables, but this time the variables could be of different data types. So it's an easy way to collect and access different variables of different data types under a single name. Remember that the members of a structure is called data members. Here is an example of defining a structure in Systemverilog. So as you can see here, this structure named student underscore data hold two data members which are of different data types. So once you define a structure, you will be able to declare variables of this newly added type. So by defining a structure, you are defining a new data type to your own programming environment. I am declaring a variable with name s1 which is of type student underscore data. So it is, you can think of similar to declaring an integer variable like int a or int s1. So just by defining a structure like this, you will be able to define a variable of that particular type, structure data type. Once you define a variable of data type structure, you will be able to access the individual data members of such structure like s1.name, s1.score, etc. So you'll be able to assign a string value to the s1.name, and you will be able to assign a score value, an integer value to the score variable. And also you will be able to define an array of structure data types like student data s2 of 100. So here it is declaring an structure type array. Thus you'll be able to save data of 100 students with this name s2. One final word here, just by declaring a structure like this in Systemverilog, you will be getting a compilation error. If you wanted to define a structure like this, you need to add the typedef keyword before this struct keyword. There's a reason behind it. You can ignore it this at point of time, because Systemverilog, if you wanted to make this newly added structure as a new data type, you need to add typedef keyword. Arrays can be used as data members of a structure. So here to the same structure I have added a new data member like mark of 20, and you can access the individual data member and that array data member as well, like s1.mark of 0, s1. Mark of 1, and etc. So here is another example which is more relevant for Systemverilog verification. Here I'm defining a structure named bus1 packet, and it could be something like a data packet which is transmitted along with an address, 16 byte of data, and a control field. The structure members are ADDR, data, and CNDL. We can see that data is again an array of bytes or array of logic 7 down to 0. Address is just as logic 7 down to 0 type variable, and control is just a logic 3 down to type variable. After defining this structure type variable, remember along with the typedef keyword, you will be able to define individual structure type variables like bus1 packet of p1. So p1 is of type variable bus1 packet, and as you have seen earlier, you will be able to access the individual data members like p1.addr and p1.control and so on. And in a for loop, you will be able to access the individual data members of this data array like p1 of data of 0 is equal to some value, or you can even put p1 of data of 5 in some value in a for loop, and you will be able to access all the data elements in this packet. Finally, you will learn about union. Union is again similar to structure. The only difference between a union and structure is that in memory allocation. When you define a union type variable, the memory is allocated only for one data member. So that the memory requirement, that amount of memory that is being allocated will be equal to the memory required by the largest memory needed variable. And you can define a union with any number of members in that, but only one member can hold a value at a time, because only one member will be allocated with memory in the compilation or in the running process as well. Here I have defined a union with named my special data, and it contains three data members which are of int I, float f, and bit of bf20. Here bit bf20 is an array of 20 bits. As you can see here, out of I, f, and b, floating point f is a variable which is requiring the highest amount of memory. So in Systemverilog, a floating point is needed, I guess, 64 bit of data. Therefore, f will be the variable which is requiring the highest memory. And when you define a union of this type and declare a variable of this union type, that particular variable will be allocated with memory that is equal to the memory required by a floating point variable. So at a time, only either I or f or b can hold any value within that particular union type variable. A typical usage of union, especially in case of RTL design, is when you have a scenario like you have a bus which is a fixed bit wide, and you have many different type of packets going into this. Say you have type 1 packets which again contain different sub packets, type 2 packets which again contain another combination of sub packets, and so on. So if you wanted to combine all these things together, the effective way of modeling this in RTL is define different structures for different data packets, and finally define a wraparound union which is containing all these newly added structures or data members. So you will be able to effectively handle this these best packets, different best packets with a single variable in the RTL design. If you're not clear with union at this point, you can ignore it at this point. You just understand that it is same as set of structure, but only difference is in the memory allocation. And you can go ahead with the learning classes in the next lecture.